What's up, guys? It's Dan here, back with more F1 2021 Cup career mode in the Williams with Nick. We've got Mexico today. It's quite possibly the most cursed race that I have ever seen in my time in F1 games, and possibly even yours. For those of you who are curious, we haven't included the standards in any of our previous episodes. This is the current drivers and constructors standards. You can see that on the right hand side we're not last, which is a damn near miracle at this point, and on the left hand side we're not quite in the top 13, but you know, it's our first season. There we are, down in 15th and 18th respectively. So I mentioned this race was cursed. Well, practice was pretty normal. There's our development points there. I think at this point we're rapidly approaching the regulation changes for the Season 2. So we're just stockpiling as much as we can. And let's get underway. So this is where the fun really began. I was just finishing Q1, and that blue dot that you see stopping there was Nick crashing into the barrier. And then Perez. And then Hamilton. There's a McLaren in there. I think that's Pierre Gasly as well. And that. And that. And that. You could probably see where this is going. So I open up the race director when I get back into the garage, and yeah. Yeah, that's that happened. I don't really know what to say about this. 11 cars made it into Q2. Everyone else DNF'd. So Q2 comes along. Wasn't really going to be much of a challenge, to be honest. And yeah, Mazepin got knocked out. So we have an Alfa Romeo and a Haas in Q3. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Now, for whatever reason, I crossed the line, placed fairly well, and decided to retire. And I don't know why I did that, because I was nowhere near the pace that I should have been on. So this is the grid for the Grand Prix. Let's get right into it. Well, here we are, the Mexican Grand Prix, made famous for that enormous stadium section which hosts the podium and the last part of Sector 3. Now, I mentioned earlier on that this race was cursed, and we haven't even got to the racing just yet, so keep an eye out for some strange situations and some excellent racing. Racing, of course, fairly easy for the Williams around this circuit with that long straight, and the drag reduction and aero upgrades brought earlier on in the season play well into the strengths of that car in sectors 2 and 3. But now, joining me in the commentary box is Nick.
It's the Brazilian Grand Prix.
It's not Brazil quite yet. Or is it? No, we haven't had Brazil yet. There, that's the next one.
Lights out.
And away we go. It's a great start from all of the field. There he gets one back as we come up to turn 1. What's going to happen as we come down? Nikita Mazepin blows up his own teammate. He's out of the race. And we have a safety car on the first corner of the race. Unbelievable. And it would be Nikita Mazepin.
The madman.
Remaining consistent with his previous times out on track. Let's see the onboard of Justin Freshpot down into turn 1. He gets past his teammate. And then tries to put the car up the inside of Raikkonen, but is just not able to there. Mick Schumacher, of course, getting punted into whatever position that is. And then on board with the Torpedo's brother. Straight into the back of him, really.
That is turbo damage.
It certainly is. Okay, at the restart then. Here we go. Williams just inside and outside of the points. It's like they're very indecisive. And we're away. powering down towards the first corner. It's Lewis Hamilton looking to the inside of Radiant Slothz. He's going to go defensive. There's been another pile-up. Oh my goodness! Carlos Sainz.
Collision.
There's no safety car. How is there no safety car? And that's a confirmation that fifth gear has been lost for Radiant Slothz Williams. Still no safety car. We've got cars everywhere with no front wings. Lewis Hamilton.
Huge collision on the pit straight after the restart. They must have been drunk.
Unbelievable stuff as we come round. And Radiant Slothz into the
Radiant
back.
Slothz.
Trying
in this championship.
Trying his best to avoid a collision with Vettel there. This is Carlos Sainz at the restart, and let's see what happens. Blind.
Straight into the back of the Aston Martin.
There's Lewis Hamilton, and that's Sergio Perez. Unbelievable stuff. This is what Bottas did, the perpetrator of all of this action.
He just stops.
He's just stopping.
Slows them all down.
There's some encouragement, and away he goes once again. Anyone would think that these were human-controlled cars, but they are not. They are AI-controlled cars, as Justin Freshpot comes into the pits, and the safety car is finally deployed for that incident, although I suspect it was probably for an end plate coming off and not for the 8-car pile-up at the restart. And away he goes, and immediately behind him is his teammate.
That is a missing front wing.
I beg to differ, Nick. That is not a missing front wing. It is back on the car.
He's away.
You've got to hand it to these Williams pit crew. They are unbelievable when it comes to the pit stops.
Got to hand it to the man making front wings for the Williams team, because he's made you about 17 per race.
They're coming out of that car like the Iron Man suitcase suit. So, here we are for the second restart after the safety car. And away we go. Justin Freshpot defending.
Losing places.
Sergio Perez at his home Grand Prix wants to go up the inside. Kimi Raikkonen's having a look on Justin Freshpot. Everyone's changing positions up ahead of them. Sergio Perez does go ahead, nearly rear ends Kimi Raikkonen at his home Grand Prix.
Everyone going slow through the first section of
There's another piece of cars flying.
Has flown into orbit.
That's Lewis. Valtteri Bottas has lost his front wing. What is going on in this race? As Radiant Slothz tries to look down the inside of Perez again, but he's not allowing it. And now everyone's bunching up behind Bottas. What even is this? This is farcical at this point. What are we training?
Driving on display here.
There's more pieces of front wing coming
flies off.
That's Antonio Giovinazzi has lost his front wing as we fly into the third sector of this track. He's holding everyone up. He's not letting his teammate through. It's just chaos. Up the inside into the stadium section.
There's Bottas, no front wing. There's Giovinazzi, no front wing.
Surprisingly, Radiant Slothz has a front wing as he goes up.
He cuts the corner.
The inside of Perez.
Hits Perez, cuts the corner. What's next?
What's going to happen?
I can't see him. He's coming down the pit straight.
He has surrendered the position.
200 horsepower in the back of that Williams, powering him up the back of that Red Bull.
As he looks to the outside, coming down into turn one. Is he going to make it? Perez has the inside. It's his home race, so he's got the crowd on his side. He's done it. He's through. He's made it into P13, his lucky number. And here we go.
He's now pushing Perez off the track.
Later on in the lap, Perez still fighting back, and he does not. He defends the inside and keeps the position.
There's Justin Freshpot, the famous rookie for the Williams team.
We are hearing rumours right now that Justin Freshpot does have a issue with that Williams, an engine fault. Verstappen into the pits, promotes some more of these back markers.
A suspicious number of engine faults for Justin Freshpot this season, you have to say.
It's quite shocking. I'm surprised he's not had a DRS fault as well. As Perez looks to the outside, Justin Freshpot to the inside of Raikkonen. He gets the move. Radiant Slothz defends as they carry on up towards the second DRS zone. Looks like Raikkonen's made a mistake. Or has he? It's just that Williams engine. It's holding them all up as Radiant Slothz goes to the outside. We're not going to be able to see exactly what's happening right now. He is not overtaking anybody.
It looked like Justin Freshpot had some front wing damage there.
Not good. It looks like
scraping along the floor.
Radiant Slothz has some a bite mark out of his front wing as well on that left-hand end plate. That will be affecting him slightly as we go through, particularly this sector. Justin Freshpot with a massive track extend.
Track extend from the Williams.
Oh, and he's blocking his teammate. It's chaos.
Radiant Slothz is all over the place.
Oh, and he's hit his teammate. Unbelievable.
Justin Freshpot retains the position.
The filthy driving that being displayed there by Justin Freshpot is quite shocking. He's hit Raikkonen.
He's been hit.
He won't give up their place. He has engine problems.
Car.
I just need my desk. That hurt. Mick Schumacher's into the pits. We got Lance Stroll coming out of the pit lane. He's joining the fight now. Perez
fighting with everything he's got, and he's gotten not much.
He's
left.
lost 2 positions. Even Lance Stroll has rear-ended him into the turn 1. What's going to happen there? He's still following him, but his teammate has escaped. And here we go. This is back on board there.
It's more contact.
No, this is just a replay, Nick. This is back on board with Radiant Slothz at the.
Contact.
I don't know why we're seeing this again. I think it was just to illustrate the contact between him and Raikkonen as we come through sector 3, 2. Lance Stroll looks to the inside. He does not look to the inside.
Radiant Slothz has wiped out the Aston Martin.
There's too many teams beginning with A.
From the young British driver, you have to say
as
that
he comes
was a racially
round.
provoked attack.
Everything is with you on this game, Nick, as Sebastian Vettel and Yuki Tsunoda come into the pits. Kimi Raikkonen loses a position to Sergio Perez.
Radiant Slothz might get a nosebleed being this high up in the standings.
Justin Freshpot, with his nursing his engine issue, loses a position to Yuki Tsunoda. Can he also defend from the train of cars that is accumulated behind him as we round onto the pit straight? DRS will be open for Sebastian Vettel. I doubt this will be a very challenging overtake for him.
That Williams with its flat 4 engine.
Excellent lag spike there on display by Codemasters.
Miles per gallon. Coming down into turn 1. It's an easy move for Sebastian Vettel. Or is it?
He hasn't got it. Sebastian. Oh, there's contact. There's more contact. Anyone would think that this is a wreckfest with the amount of contact going on, but Sebastian Vettel does get past. And even Charles Leclerc getting past Bottas in the background as... Oh, here we go once again with Justin Freshpot. Is he going to lose another position?
He is trying his hardest. That engine firing on 2 cylinders. Not much power.
On more positions. Oh, he's attacking Fernando Alonso. Contact and across the grass. Can you believe what we're seeing?
New racing lines. Fernando Alonso now looking for the overtake.
It's not going his way. Fernando is definitely past him. Oh my goodness, this could have been a massive...
He's turned into him. Justin Freshpot cannot believe his eyes.
That could have ended very nastily with those 4 cars just now.
Luckily, the Williams driver, an expert in car control, keeps it out of the barrier.
He's definitely showing himself to be an expert in car control here. Let's have a look on board.
Fernando Alonso, the Williams driving in a perfectly straight line. Fernando Alonso comes alongside and he clearly moves across and hits him. He keeps out of the barriers with some supreme braking.
He hits the barriers with some accelerating. And here we go. Lance Stroll's looking to get past him. Oh, and he's hit another car! More front wing coming off.
Justin Freshpot claiming the mirror was broken in the contact with Alonso and he didn't see the Aston Martin. There was literally nothing he could do. As we go back on board with Justin Freshpot.
Defending from Mick Schumacher. In the slowest car.
Ralph Schumacher.
Son of Ralph, what the fuck are you talking about? As he comes into the pits.
literally cannot lose any more positions. What does he have to lose?
Oh, I beg to differ because Lance Stroll is actually behind him right now, only by half a second, but we'll see.
He goes on to the softs. Could this be an attempt for fastest lap? There is a lot of smoke. A very long pit stop.
Unlike the Williams team to have that long of a pit stop in this day and age, especially with the magic that they've been conjuring this season.
And he's away. What a driver.
Oh, here we go. Back on board with Radiant Slothz, who's currently holding P6 and defending from Yuki Tsunoda. There's a yellow flag up ahead. Oh, and it's the Williams! Justin Freshpot! He's out of the race! What has happened? Esteban Ocon seems to be involved as well. This is the replay.
Justin Freshpot here coming into turn one.
Oh, he completely loses it.
Tires, he spins. In a rush to get back going, he spins the car back around.
That's terminal damage.
The Frenchman hits him.
Terminal damage right there.
Unable to carry on.
Let's have a look on board. Let's go through what happened here. So it looks like the rear tyres just locked up completely going into that corner. And although he sees the leaders coming, no regard for what they're doing, showers Lando Norris in pieces of Esteban Ocon's car. And that's the end of his race. Oh, there's more contact
for Radiant Slothz. He can't let his teammate be the only one taking people out. He smashes into Yuki Tsunoda in another racially provoked attack.
He holds the 10 points for Williams on all of his shoulders as he comes around the final corner. Bottas was not able to catch him.
A questionable race from the Williams pair, but they will not complain. That is more points than they usually get.
Nick, for driver of the day, you have chosen Sergio Perez. Why do you think so?
Because he managed to not crash into you, probably. I don't know.
That is a lie. He is a filthy driver. He crashed into me multiple times.
Well, that's why I'm giving him driver of the day.
Lando Norris gets the win. It's Daniel Ricciardo in second. That is a 1-2 for McLaren. And the surprise of the day, Kimi Räikkönen takes P3. What a race. Here we are. Wow. That was the most cursed race I've ever done.
A massive bottle of Plonk to celebrate. They're making a mess.
They're making a massive mess. But more, like, comment, and subscribe.
And unsubscribe.
And then resubscribe because how much you love it.
The standings.
So yeah, here we go with the standings. So as you can see, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are the current top three. Either one of them could still win this Drivers' Championship at the moment. And following them, you can see that the other Red Bull of Sergio Perez, the McLarens and the Aston Martins and Ferraris are all in the top 10 at the moment. Further down the order, we shall see in a moment, are myself and Nick. But combined, Williams guys are 9th at the moment in a close title fight with Alfa Romeo. And we'll see how things go into the final few races. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.